Well, after using this Pittsburgh tool, manual tire changer and mounter along with that duckbill attachment, um, thoughts are some people say you could mount it on a pallet, which I believe can work. I think my flaw that I did was I cut this pallet down. I think if you had a larger pallet, the weight is helps out, and plus if you center the mount onto a larger pallet, it makes it more balanced. So another thing that I've seen, or I even was thinking about doing, was getting a hammer drill and drilling into the concrete to put anchors into the concrete. Then I could mount and dismount this whenever I need to, so that way I could save on space, and you could put little caps on those um, anchors, so that way debris doesn't get in there, and only pull them out when you need to use it. But I've seen some mods that people do, and I totally agree. This is some stuff that I did for now, and I'm going to be doing some more. Is for this part here, I grabbed like an old junk radiator hose and I put it on the end, so that way if it does fall, it doesn't whack the wheel and scratch it. And another thing that I've seen people do is for the bead breaker, they put like say a plastic container and they bend it to put on like the edge here, and that helps to keep it from scratching the wheel. Another thing you could do is you could use a rag, but that plastic seems like a good idea. But another thing that I wish if Pittsburgh or other companies see is these arms right here, they bend easily. I bent it back, but I'm looking to either weld in a gusset to make it stronger or brace, because I've actually messaged Harbor Freight and they don't even offer any replacement. They just said, oh, if it's under warranty, bring it back. For the amount of trouble, it's not worth it, so I'm just gonna weld in a brace and make it stronger. But one thing I did do, and I seen someone else do it, was added a magnet onto here. I'm gonna get a stronger one, but so that way it can just hold it, you know, when you put it up like that. So I'm gonna get a stronger magnet. And I've seen people use magnets for this, so that when you hold the wheel, it holds it in place. They do it this way, so that way it keeps it stationary, planetary. So that's another mod I'm gonna do. Another thing that I've seen, for now I'm using actually just like a hose clamp, and just keeps the duckbill attachment from lifting up, because sometimes when you put a lot of pressure or a lot of leverage, it can raise up. You can buy giant circular clamps, which I might end up getting too, but right now actually just a hose clamp helps or does the trick. And another thing that I did was, this part can actually be sharp, so I want to be careful, so I actually put like a cap on it. But yeah, if you put like even a junk hose, or if you're able to find a cap like this, I suggest do it, just in case you don't, you know, poke your or lean into it and gouge yourself, just for safety. But you know, for what, 50-60 bucks, this tool does work. I mean, in terms of adding money for the attachment does work. I think I'm waiting to do more wheels to see its full potential, but it's doing it. I do have to, one comment is, after I first used this one broke, so I actually use a vice grip to turn it, so I'm going to switch this out to a crank handle. But hopefully those companies that see this, you know, to improve on it, make, you know, better lockdowns or bolts to, you know, make it more safe or more secure. And yeah, companies like Pittsburgh or wherever else make them, yeah, if you do those things, to, I think they can make them better and safer, and you wouldn't get so many reviews about it, or having people do these mods. So yeah, good luck with everybody using these dismount wheels.